Hi, Red Devil fans. It's time for another edition of Red Devil Football 2015 with Coach Andrew Webb. And this is our season recap. This is our final Red Devil Football show of the fall season here. And, Coach, obviously I ran into a great South Point team and did not get the help that we wanted. So our season has concluded. Your thoughts on the season final game and the ending of the season?
Well, South Point is probably the best football team that we played. Just a complete football team. There's not many weaknesses on that team, and they're going to be one of the few teams. I know there's everybody in the playoffs, but there's 4 or 5 teams that I guess I feel like have a chance of winning the state championship, and they're definitely going to be one of them. But I thought going back through that game, our defense played well enough to give us a chance to win, and we just couldn't get anything going on offense to help our defense out, but. Real proud of our guys. Real proud of the way they fought, not just versus South Point, but the entire year. Everything we've asked them to do from an attitude and effort standpoint, they've done it, and I'm proud of the way they represented our school and community. As far as our whole season, we didn't finish the way we wanted to. We wanted to be in the playoffs, but part of what happened. With Broome winning, this comes back to it's nobody's fault but our own. Ultimately, it's a good life lesson to learn. You got to handle your business when you get a chance to, because having to depend on others sometimes is not good. But it's not the ending that we wanted. But at the same time, I've kind of said this before. This is where we are, and we're going to continue to work to get better.
One thing you mentioned is how the kids represent the school and the community. I want to shout out the community here because I thought it was a great crowd that went up to Rock Hill. That's a long trek to go, and the crowd was there, and they have been there all year for us. Our boys have had the Red Devil Nation behind them, and other sports will be starting to continue to support all the sports and athletes here, but just a big applause to our community for the way you supported the Red Devils this year.
Yeah, I told Coach Cunningham, I think, before he come out, probably about 10 minutes before that game started, I told him, I said, this right here is why I'm proud to be a Red Devil. We're 3-6, fighting, kind of fighting for our playoff life, and we have as many people in the stands as South Point, who's 8-1 and the defending state champion at the time. That's why we're proud to be Red Devils. It's a place where football is really special, and I'm real proud of our fans and the way they've supported us. They've been there every week, and it sure does make you thankful to be somewhere where football's special.
Coach, there's a lot of things goes into a football program. It's already started now with our fall and the weightlifting classes here. So it's pretty much, even though the season just concluded on Friday night, the steps of the strength and conditioning, the weightlifting, and the PE classes. Where do we go from here with 2016? I know you well enough to know that the wheels are already spinning because you love Red Devil football.
Well, as coaches, we're going to get out and go see how other people do things the next couple of weeks. We'd love to be practicing, but when you're not, you got to find ways to get better. There's no time to rest, so we're going to get out and try to go see some other people, see how they do things, and see if there's anything we can take back to help make us better, and that'll be first. We have some kids already in weights. We'll be encouraging our other kids to get out and go play another sport. We're going to go through a little dead period of time where we can't do anything for a couple of weeks as far as actually working on football. But as soon as we can, we'll be back at it. We're gonna continue to work to get better and try to develop not just bigger, stronger, faster players, but try to develop them as a better quarterback, a better wide receiver, a better offensive lineman. Try to do the things we can to help each kid get better. But we're not going to take any time off. There's some stuff we have to do, and we'll abide by those rules. But as soon as we can, we'll be back at it.
Coach, you're concluding your first year as head football coach, and anytime you do anything for the first time, you continue to do things a certain way or that same way, or you make changes. And I've been around you a long time and watched you as a player, and you more than anyone, and Red Devil Nation, we're not proud of where our Red Devil record was. In fact, we didn't make the playoffs, but you know that this program expects and was built on a level, which is championships, conference championships. So my question to you, and let you address Red Devil Nation, is what do we have to do to get Cleveland Red Devil football back to the bar that it's been set at years ago?
Well, there's, I'm not a Clemson fan. at all, Mr. Bud.
I
Believe
know
that or
that.
not,
I
I'm not
know
a Clemson fan.
that.
But I am a Coach Swinney fan. And there's one thing that there's a lot of things that I take from him that I think is outstanding. And one of the things that is up in their practice facility is best is the standard. And, that's been set here for quite some time. Best is the standard. And there really is no other standard. It's to be the best. And ultimately, until we're competing and winning championships, we're not at the level of, quite frankly, where we need to be or where we expect to be, both as a player, as a coach, as a fan. I know what's expected, and we're going to do everything we can to get back to that level. This year there's been a lot of seeds that have been planted the way I want them planted, and ultimately, if I'm the person leading our program, it's got to be done the way that I want it. Ultimately, it comes back to me, and I know that. But we've planted some really good seeds, and I can't wait to see them just kind of harvest over the next year. And I really expect us to make a big time jump to be able to go compete for championships again. And there's some things that we're gonna have to change to give us a chance to compete for championships, and there's others that we're gonna kind of just have to keep knocking the door down for us to get there. But I can promise you this: whatever it's gonna take, we're gonna do it. There ain't gonna be any stone left unturned for us to get back to competing for championships. But I'm also real excited about the seeds that have been planted in our program, in our players, and I can't wait to see them grow and pay off for us next fall.
You've talked about changes and things of that nature. One thing that's really going to change Red Devil Nation is our conference realignment. Going next year, 5 classifications. Traditionally here in South Carolina, it's always been 4A, 3A, 2A, and 1A. Next year will be a brand new 5A, so the Red Devils continue being 3A, but everything's restructured. We got a new conference. We will continue to be in the conference with Broome, but we got Woodruff coming into the conference, Mid-Carolina, Newberry, leaving Chapman, I believe, will be our conference. So that's going to be changed. Some new games. We open up with the Lawrence Raiders. First game of the year. Boy, Coach, what a way to spend your summer. Know that right off the bat, it's the county championship. So come changes sometimes can breed, fresh life. And with that, so much will be different about Red Devil football from the schedule and so forth going into next year.
Well, there's one thing about it. We moving forward, everything we do from here on, we're competing for a championship. In Game 1, we're competing for the Lawrence County Championship. And I think that's important for our program, to kind of take the next step. We're not just competing to be 1-0. We're competing to be a champion for the Game 1. So there's going to be a lot of positives that we're going to have the ability to go through to prepare us for next year. And we're really excited about our new schedule. There's been a lot of teams that's been real good rivalries that we're not losing. We're going to keep that Greer rivalry. That's a real good bar setter for us to let us know where we stand. But at the same time, I am not going to miss South Point being on that schedule. There's a lot of things. Well, we ain't afraid to play nobody. We'll go play anybody. Teams that we've had. 2006 is probably the best team that we've had here in quite some time that didn't win a championship, and they lost to Blackwood. It was the biggest 3A school. There just comes a point where they have more athletes than we do, and if we don't play perfect, we're not going to win. So I ain't going to miss them jokers one bit, I promise you. But we're real excited about being able to move forward into our off-season, prepare for next fall, and we're going to do everything we can to prepare to win a championship.
One thing I've heard you say many times, and I applaud you for this, is how you encourage your football players to be multiple sport athletes, to be great students. And I know the academic portion is something you stress, but now players as you've been in battles with and went to work with each and every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday prior to a Friday game, and now you're turning them over to the basketball coaches and soon in the spring. So as a Red Devil, Monty Dutton, I've quoted many times, they're our Red Devils whether we win or lose, and they're our Red Devils no matter what sport they play. But just talk about it, if you will, briefly, of how we're a small school, we're a small community, and we really need for all our athletes to play multiple sports.
Well, that's number one. For our athletic program to be successful, we have to get our best athletes playing every sport we can. It gives us the best chance to succeed. Second, as an athlete, you're getting so many more experiences, so many more life experiences by playing multiple sports than just focusing on one sport. I think the experiences that you get playing different sports, you get to come across different people there's a different type of athlete playing basketball than there is sometimes playing baseball. You get to interact with a different group of kids. You get to meet different parents. You get to meet different friends. And all of a sudden, for a person that's a three-sport athlete, you got friends from every walk of life. You got friends that compete at many different levels. You're getting experiences that you can't get just playing one sport. So we're going to encourage them to get out and go play. Go play everything you can. And, every time them doors open for somebody to go compete, our coaches are going to be there. We're going to be there. I'm sure you'll be there.
I'm going to be there. I have the sound system crunk up.
We're going to be there supporting them. And, so that's one. We want them to go play as many sports as we can. And two, our opportunities to win each day is not going to stop. They just go from the football field to the classroom. And every chance we get to go win a quiz, win a test, whatever it is, we're going to do our best to go do it. So we're going to stay on them, that's for sure. We're going to stay on the things we've been implementing, the things that we've been harping on for quite some time, our attitude and effort. We're going to continue those things in the classroom, and it's all part of that seed that we planted to continue to help it grow. We're not going to stop. We're not going to start coaching them. We're not going to stop loving them, and just everything we can do to support our Red Devils, we're going to do it.
Time comes and time goes. Just last week we were talking about how we're already at week 10, and time will come and time will go again, and soon it'll be springtime. And that'll mean spring football. Yep. Getting ready for 2016, Coach. And I know you're looking for that and all the steps and getting ready for 2016. But I want to thank you on behalf of WPCC, our broadcast crew, Gene and myself and BJ, because you really help us tremendously prepping us for the opponent for that week. You got so much you have to do. But you always take the time to remember the other people within the program. And I want to thank you from me and Gene on what you do for us. Miss Melanie Watson, I know she feels the same way. And you go over and beyond of what you have to do, and that's what it takes. So from the broadcast crew, from Red Devil Nation, thank you for everything you've done this year that so many people do not even see.
Yeah, it's part of being a Red Devil and making being a Red Devil special is about. You do everything you can to help other people, and every chance we get to make our teammates, our classmates, the people in our community feel a part and special, that's what we have to do to keep this place, as special as it is. So anything we can do to, encourage being a Red Devil special, we're going to continue to do it. And, I thank y'all for everything that you do to support us and our athletes.
Coach, I want to thank you again, and Red Devil Nation, thank you for our shows, for Laura Hall, for Melanie Watson. I'm Buddy Bridges with the coach saying until spring next year, we'll be back with another edition of Red Devil Football right here with Coach Andrew Webb.